So I showed you this map some time ago. Kristiansand is where we landed in Norway. Showed you this. We drove up to the Preikestolen. Then we drove up to the fjords, Bergen, more fjords. Then we went over the what's it called? Trollstigen, I think it was. Yeah, all the way up there. And then we went onto this map. Yeah, and we went up to. Oh, there was a Trollstigen and the Atlantic Road. Yep. And then we went all the way up the coast, to Trondheim, and then carried on up the coast, Torghatten, where there was a mountain with the hole in, and then we got all the way up here to Bodo. It's actually called Bodo. Yep. And then we went to the Lofoten Islands, and then we went to up in the mountains where it snowed, and we got the train to Sweden. And then since then we've been coming down the E6, which is this right hand road here, all the way down the E6, which is much faster than the coast road. So in what took us 2 weeks to get all the way up, it's taken us 2 days to get all the way back. Trondheim, we're in Trondheim again last night, and then we're back on this bottom map now. So here's Kristiansand, and here is Oslo, and we've come down the middle of Norway, and we're currently here at a place called Tengen something or other. Tomorrow into Oslo, and then down through Sweden and Denmark and back home. So I deleted yesterday's vlog because it was rubbish, so I'm redoing it. I'll put some more lights on. There you go. You might be able to see me now. And I've made some notes. So here we are. Yesterday we left the free campsite at Rosvoll, yes, which was good. We went down the E6 past the Arctic Circle Centre. Absolutely amazing up there. We loved it there. The landscape was marvellous, the road was marvellous, the scenery was marvellous. It was just marvellous. So we went there, and then on the way we stopped off at Mosjøen. The reason I can pronounce that so well, I will explain. We saw a Shell garage, so Mum being Mum insisted that we stop. She said, "Here's one you've not been to." So we went in, and as usual, what you do is you select English, you put your card in, tell it what you're going to buy, V-Power, put your pin in, and then it says transaction approved, crack on. No, this time it said communication error. I thought, okay, do it again. So I did it again, communication error. So I swapped cards, used another card, same thing. Swapped cards again, same thing. By which time the lady in the petrol station came out. She's very nice, and she said, "Are you having bother?" I said, "Yeah, there's some communication problem." She said, "Well, we've only just changed the system, so it'll take a few minutes." I said, "Well, I can wait. We've got all day." So we waited, and it still didn't work, did it? So I said, "Well, look, why don't you just switch it manually, and I'll fill it up and pay in the shop." She went, "That's a good idea, let's do that." So that's what we did. She switched it on, I filled it up, 674 NOx. Went in, put my card in the machine. No, card was rejected. So I tried all my cards, even the nationwide one, and they were all rejected. I felt quite rejected. So there was a bit of scratching of heads, and the man said, "Well, that's easy, pay cash." And I went, yeah, that's easy. Me, no cash. I had no cash. Even Mum had no cash. Well, not 674 NOx. So we said, "Well, what are we going to do?" I said, "Well, I'll just go." He clearly wasn't keen on that idea. He said, "You can go to the bank." And I went, "Well, where's the bank?" He said, "It's in town," which was about 3 miles away. He said, "We'll go in the car." So I think he wanted to go in our car, but then it would have been a bit odd because he would have had to sit in the back because your mum was with us. So in the end, we left mum and the van as a ransom. And I got in the man's little Suzuki. It was very untidy. And he took me into town. Very kind of him. Goodness only knows where we went. We went into this town, Mosjøen. Not spelt like you would think so, but he explained to me that the O with a slash through is an hence Mosjøen. So he took me into town, we found a bank, I got some money, it was quite difficult. I ended up getting the wrong amount, but enough. And then he proceeded to give me a guided tour of the town. There's a 1932 Shell garage preserved, very nice. Some, what did he call them? Tree houses. I think he meant houses made of wood. And they're the oldest in Norway, very nice. So he showed me that, and then he showed me the new shopping retail park, which was nice. Yeah, and then he started to take me back. It seemed a lot further going back, but then we went past the aluminium works, where they make the tops for Coca-Cola cans. So when you drink a can of Coca-Cola, the top's been made in Mosjøen. And they also produce aluminium for Lamborghini and Ferrari. So that's my claim to fame. We then proceeded into the supermarket, Extra. It's called Extra, isn't it? Now, I think have I told you about the bread slicing before, or have I not? But it's marvellous. You can buy a loaf of bread unsliced and you put it in a machine and it comes out sliced. It's so exciting. We just keep buying bread just so we can slice it.
I missed it coming out now. I missed it coming out of the bottom.
Ta-da! Right. There you go. So that was it. We went into the shop and then that was it. We set off. We kept going and we went back to the campsite at Trondheim. What was it called? Oysand camping. Got there, it was closed up, so we just set up. We paid this morning, it was fine, absolutely fine. Except we couldn't do any washing, but that doesn't matter. We're sorted. So that was it. Today we've driven south from Trondheim. We were heading for Oslo. The plan was to stay in Oslo for 2 nights and spend tomorrow in Oslo, but well, the roads were very slow. We've averaged about 35 miles an hour for 300 miles. It was painful, to be honest. Spectacular scenery. I mean, you've not seen anything like it, but very slow. Speed limits are low. Speed cameras everywhere. Roadworks. You've not seen roadworks like it. We saw some yesterday, didn't we, on the E6? But not many. Today, it must have been 20 miles of roadworks, and you've not seen anything like it. Even in the roadworks, in the cone sections, there were junctions and roundabouts in the actual cones. Honestly, it was bamboozling. And they don't indicate. So somebody's coming towards you through the roadworks and suddenly they turn in front of you. It's quite scary. Anyway, we weren't going to get to Oslo, so we've stopped about an hour short of Oslo in a place called, Tangen. Tangen. The town's called Tangen and the campsite's called Tangenhopen. Yeah, and there's a train going past. Yeah, it's a funny little site, but it's okay. It'll do. And we're an hour's drive from Oslo. So tomorrow we're going to get up, drive into Oslo, park in Oslo, and then when we finish, we're going to carry on south for an hour. So that means on the day after tomorrow, is it Thursday, the day after tomorrow? will be effectively an hour further south, so we can drive down towards the boat at the bottom of Denmark near Copenhagen, and we're going to get the ferry across to Germany. That'll save some time. So that's the plan. All is well. Have I missed anything? No, I don't think so. Everything's fine with the van, no problem. It's very, very dirty. Again, inside as well. Your mum spilled coffee everywhere this morning. Terrible. It's properly untidy. I can never find the brush. But yeah, everything's good. We're even too warm at night now. The other night when it was snowing, it was cold, but I had my pipe for company. I think Mum sent you the picture. It's very warm. Even the pipe itself is like a hot water bottle. It's great. Anyway, we don't need that tonight. We didn't need it last night. I don't think we had it the night before. It's quite balmy now. 10 degrees. It's actually quite warm now. So all is good. So on that note, I shall bid you farewell and log off this video. I just have to find the button. Right, am I there? No, is it on this side? Which side is it on? Where is it? There.